Hello there, and welcome back to Banjo-Kazooie. In the last episode, we did Mumbo's Mountain, got 100% there. I had to return there, because I missed a Jiggy that I really shouldn't have. But now we have 100%, and we're moving on to the second world. Which I realized maybe in future recording sessions, I should start the episodes at the world. Because every time you load up this game, you'll start at the beginning of Grunty's lair. And the teleports mean it's not really that big of an issue, but it can be annoying. 180 for this. You've found some notes, but you need more to break my spell. I have no idea what she was going to say. I forgot it would interrupt it when I entered the thing, for some reason. This is an interesting world. It's one that a lot of new players struggle with. I'm pretty used to it, obviously, like most of the worlds. At least the early ones. So. Oh, that didn't... actually. Will I take damage if I just... No. I'm trying to think. This might be a good way to show something. A backflip, is that high enough? No. Okay, we'll deal with it later. We'll do it in this world. But here is Treasure Trove Cove, World 2. With some phenomenal music. Ahoy there, this be Treasure Trove Cove. There be 2 new moves for ye to find. And a scary enemy that everyone hates. Or is terrified of at least. Snacker smells tasty dinner, stay right there. That is Snacker. Anytime you're in the water, he will chase after you. It's actually pretty surprising that I didn't get hit there. Wee, I'm a red feather. I help Kazooie fly when she knows how. Shit. I'm amazed I dodged that as when I did. Ground pounding them will kill them in one shot. Rolling into them or doing the rat-a-tat-rap will... Yippee, Snacker gets dessert too. You didn't actually bite me last time, bro. Doing a normal attack will only do half of their... They don't have health. It's just it'll knock them over and then another one will kill them. You can fly to delay when he starts chasing you. Ah, cheese and crackers. Just wait there. This is Nipper. Hey, this Nipper's beach. You find nothing without Nipper's help. Help us then, crustacean brain. Grr, cheeky bird need feathers clipping. Oh yeah? Just try it, shellhead. Wait for him to snip, and when he stops, do the rat-a-tat-rat. Rawr, you hurt, Nipper. Makes me mad. 3 hits, I think it takes. Yeah, totally. And he just shrinks in, and suddenly he's gone. We head inside the shell. We don't find him, but we do find some notes, and I believe a Jiggy. Oh, I love every area of this game. There's just something comforting about this game to me. Here's more of these guys. I can show that if you jump on them, you don't take damage, apparently. I didn't realize. There, it takes 2 normal hits to kill him. I love that as soon as you touch the Jiggy, it shows up in Banjo's hand. There's some weird animation stuff where you can see gaps in their models. I feel like that's not the case in the original version, but it might just be more noticeable here. I feel like it's at least fixed in the Xbox Live Arcade version, though. But... not sure. I have not done a detailed comparative analysis. Is there gonna be a thing here? I think so. This is Kazooie's shock jump disc. Find me and I'll tell you how to use it. I was like, Snacker's not appearing. There's an empty honeycomb right here. Coffee and mints. I'll be right over. There's a few... That's not really a great example of it, but there's some lines of dialogue in the game that make it pretty clear that Rare is British. Yeah, I love that you can use the rat-a-tat-rap on the ground really low if you do a short hop like that. This is another part where the camera tends to freak out a little bit. You just gotta be aware of it and usually it will cause you problems. I realize that because of the notes system, it puts a constraint on when I should collect notes. Because like if I start the next world in probably the next video, I likely wouldn't get all the notes. And I don't really want to recollect them. This is your big chance, chicken legs. It's time for you to fly. At last, it better be easy, Bog Eyes. Simple enough, even for you, Bird Brain. Just stand on a flying disc and press A. Here's 25 red feathers to help you into the air. See ya. Yeah, it's this health thing. Thanks, Bottles. Forgot his name for a sec. Feel bad. I love the characters in this game. This is Blubber. Ahoy there, I'm Captain Blubber, and I lost me treasure when me ship crashed. Well, go find it then, Blubberguts. But I can't swim. Can ye help an old sea hippo? Sure, we'll find it for you. I love the crying sound effect. Ground pound this to get in here. Whoa, there's 2 different pieces of gold you need to collect. One is down here. Somewhere. Here it is. And you can see the other one right there. Ahoy there, I be Blubber's treasure. Oh, that's it? I expected him to say more. You can ground pound to get down to the water lower. It's not always particularly useful. It can be annoying when you don't have control of the camera. And of course you do have limited air, obviously. You have a new meter there that appears only when you're in the water. Oh, a thing I haven't mentioned yet. I don't think it's true for the air meter. I can actually find out. I'll give this a sec. If you run out of air, by the way, you drown and die instantly. You don't just start taking damage. No. With your health bar, Banjo and Kazooie's faces will actually react as your health goes down. They'll get, like, less happy. I think it was on screen before, because I took damage at some point, but took a substantial amount at some point. You walk up to Blubber. Banjo will throw it over there. Aye, that be half of me gold. Yep, the other half is right in here. The music also changes when you're underwater. I'm not sure I mentioned that. I mentioned the music changes dynamically, and that's just another example of it. That's a very, like, Yoshi's Island kind of thing. No, I meant... Well, maybe. I meant to say Mario World, when you have Yoshi. You know, I've never actually... I don't think I've ever gotten 100% in Yoshi's Island. I really should. The Yoshi games are great. I've never really played Yoshi's Island DS even. I'm unsure what order to do things in. I will not do the flying right now. I'll come back for that after we've done more on the ground. There we go. Me treasure. Thank you, me hearties. Take this reward. I'm off to spend. I believe he's in the next game. Pretty sure he's in Nuts and Bolts, at least. I suspect this world is going to take more like 2 full parts, rather than the 1 that Mumbo's Mountain did. Oh yeah, these trees have notes. I think they're the only trees that have notes, actually. Oh my god. The trees are a little weird navigating with the different elevations, or the different inclines of the leaves. There we go. Over here is yet another ability. I think there's just 2 in this world. Most won't have 3 like Mumbo's Mountain did. After a while, they just stop having them altogether. You'll reach new heights with my shock jump spring. Does Kazooie do it? My legs are tired. Don't worry, the turkey does all the work. Simply stand on a shock jump disc, then press and hold A. Nice going. You've found all the moves in this world. I think it's the same line that we saw in Mumbo's Mountain. The shock jump discs are interesting. These clams are interesting too. Do they die in one hit? Yeah. By the way, enemy health. Enemies don't usually respawn. Actually, it depends on the enemy, I think. Never mind. I mean, like, there's some enemies that are invincible, like Snacker. Why is that up? I think in the N64 version... I'm confused. I don't remember how the stop and swap stuff works in the N64 version, but I thought you couldn't get the egg. I thought you couldn't get any of the stop and swap versions. I've just forgotten how it works, because I definitely knew before. But Shark Food Island is open. I guess we'll head over there in a bit. But Snacker's invincible. There's a couple of enemies that are. but enemy health doesn't despawn. So if you kill an enemy, don't pick up their health unless you need it. Health they drop. Me leaky, no good for water. Can bear block hole with pebble? How do these work? Leaky patched up. Now empty water for bear. I forgot he doesn't give you anything. He just opens up the water here. Ooh, that's scary looking. Snip, whatever it's called. It might be called snip. Not sure. Once you lower that water, it's a bit harder to get these notes because you have to make that jump. But if you try to get the notes first, then that mine can hit you, so. It goes both ways. Hey, Furball, you're looking wise. Solve my puzzle and win a prize. You might, it feels a little much to call it a puzzle. Oh no, I wonder what I do. There's letters all over. And the name of the game on the wall. I think I give up. No, it's really simple. You just, I can find the B. You just spell out the name of the game. There are also cheat codes that you can do with this sea castle, this floor. 3 of them are actually like notable things the game will give you to use to upgrade yourself later. And there's more that are just kind of funny. But at least some of those codes in the Xbox Live Arcade version will make you unable to save because it's cheating, I guess. Although I think some might also just delete your save file? There's some weird punishments for it. I don't remember the details. The gate opens to reveal your prize. But first, I'll cut you down to size. Oh, he rhymed. Oh, shit. Yeah, this one takes more hits. Takes 4 hits, yeah. Although I hit him twice there in a row, so. Nice. How many jiggies is that in this world? I don't remember if I corrected myself. I did. I showed it on screen at least. That's 3 in this world. Total, we have 12. The number that comes on screen is specifically the ones you have in that world. Obviously, Gruntilda's Lair, we got 2 jiggies. We have 100% Mumbo's Mountain for real this time. Oh, we already more than halfway on notes. That's cool. Only 3 jiggies, though. So we will be back here eventually. And you will need to patch up Leaky every time you want to access the area down here, because the water refills when you leave the world. Camera. Sure, let's go to Shark Food Aisle and I'll show this off. Or try to. Don't kill me. I think I mentioned, but didn't necessarily put enough emphasis on it. If you die, you lose all of your notes and Jinjos. It doesn't matter, like, it's not game over, it's death. I love that music that plays here. This is part of the system called Stop and Swap, as I kind of mentioned earlier. It's a thing that wasn't fully implemented into the game. It was supposed to be a thing where you swap Banjo-Tooie and Banjo-Kazooie. The game retains some data and then unlocks new collectibles in Kazooie, which then you swap back to Tooie to get new rewards. And it's actually implemented not quite like that, but using like console data in Xbox Live Arcade. This item is not here though. Because I guess I already have it, but I can't like look. I don't know. Okay, I didn't quite explain that correctly. So the plan was that in Banjo-Tooie, the game would give you cheat codes to enter into the sandcastle floor in Banjo-Kazooie to open the areas to get the stop and swap items. And then once you have those items, then you were supposed to turn off the game, switch Kazooie for Tooie, and then Tooie would recognize that you had the items and give you the rewards that way. It wasn't a two-way thing. That's how it was going to work. And because of that, Banjo-Kazooie has those cheat codes built in, and so you can use those to get the stop and swap items. But the game never tells you them, and because they scrapped the plan, Tooie doesn't tell you either. So the only way to know them would be to either just guess randomly or to data mine the game. And some were found over time, but it wasn't until data miners dug through that we were able to find all of those cheat codes. They were just found like in the last 10 or 15 years. So that's actually how it works. And because I've already collected them on NSO, they won't appear for me here, which isn't like a big deal because they're not an actual part of the game. but I might show them at some point in some way. And yeah, in the Xbox Live Arcade version, just owning Banjo-Tooie or Nuts and Bolts will unlock the collectibles in Kazooie, and you can collect them. There's even a screen where you can see which ones you have collected. And then those will give you rewards in both Tooie and Nuts and Bolts. So, yeah, it is implemented in the Xbox versions, and I actually think that's really cool. I think because of the way it's done in Rare Replay, when you play Banjo-Kazooie, it's always available. Although you might need to have the other two installed, because that's normally how it is, for the game to notice and unlock them. Either way, there's a better explanation. I will do some research and explain how Stop and Swap works in this version. For the most part, you can't collect anything. I think you can get 1 or 2 Stop and Swap items, but the rest are just entirely inaccessible because the system wasn't implemented. They really tried, but they couldn't. I think the best they could do is make it so that you'd have to swap within like 5 or 10 seconds. Oh, it might have even been less than that. I think it was like less than 5 seconds. And at that point, it's just not really possible to pull the game out and put a new one in that quickly without like damaging something. And so that's why they abandoned the plan. Yeah, this is what I was thinking of earlier when I tried to go behind. There's a Mumbo token there. I always want to call them Ikombokums. I never did. That's the thing some people did as, like, children called them that, because they say Ikombokum. Oh, another thing I didn't mention in the first episode, actually, is that Mumbo Jumbo's not exactly speaking nonsense. Some of what he says is actual words, and it's kind of funny. He says, when he's transforming you into a form, he says, "Come and have a go, no," that kind of thing. And what he's saying is, "Come and have a go if you think you're hard enough," which is a British expression. I guess that's basically all I have to say on that. He says a couple other things like "umi knackers," which means knackers is in balls, another British thing. But that's about all I have to say for that. Oh yeah, I forgot. You can go straight from the shock jump into Rat-a-tat Rap. I think it's Rat-a-tat Rap. I always said Rat-a-tat Tap, but I believe it's Rap. Tons of little details that I've forgotten over time. There's another... I thought the treasure chests were over here. I guess they're farther down. But the shock jump pads... Oh, here it is. The enemies load in only when you're fairly close. You have to be careful here. Those teeth will hurt you, and if you're just up against the wall, often you'll hit it on the way up. Ow! Whoa! That's right, look, nice snacks for me. He makes you drop feathers and eggs, which is weird. There's also some weird transparency stuff that goes on with his mouth there. Yeah, there I got hit. That's where... This is where we got the empty honeycomb, isn't it? No, it's not. Oh, this is over by the ship. That's right. I'm getting, like, weirdly lost. Let's go and head up this way. We still haven't done any flying. There's a life there, but I don't really care. Lives are not particularly valuable. The only difference from a death and a game over is a game over sends you back to the start of the lair. Which, yeah, that sucks, but death is already a big enough thing that's minor in comparison. Although, if you do have everything, then you're fine. Here we go, first flight. Follow the clues if you're looking for gold. To fly higher, you'll need some red feathers. Press A to use one, but remember that Beaky can only carry 50 of them. Yeah, you can press A to fly higher. We have another attack that we haven't learned yet involving flying. By the way, you can turn more sharply by holding R. And it is a big difference. The game, I don't think, ever tells you that. But I didn't know the first time I played through the game. So it's crazy. It makes you way more maneuverable. God, I feel so slow. Also, while you're flying, you can see through Banjo's legs, and it's really distracting. That, I think I do notice even in the original release, even on a CRT. It's weird, because it's like his legs unload. I don't know why it happens. Just go from arrow to arrow. We're almost done. I like, though, what happens when you break this one. I'm tempted to go get the stuff over here, but no, I'll use the shock jump pads for that right after this. Once you hit this X, like so. Oh no, ha! You'll never find me now! It's right there. It's right there. Whoa, he started to do that thing. Oh yeah, I should show the fall damage thing. Yikes, please open me gently. No. You have to break him open. There's nothing else you can do. You have to kill him. Rare games can be surprisingly brutal. There we go, that's 4. We're almost halfway. There's no shock jump pads on the ground, so you have to go up. We've done most of what's on the ground, so I'll probably fly up next. No, I'll go over that way. Yeah, that's what I'll do. The shock jump pads are interesting because it's the jump that triggers it, not when you land. So you can fall down and then use it from anywhere else, which is not a thing that everyone knows, I think. And it can be really useful to do it that way. Some are easier when you don't stay in the same spot. And of course, as I showed before, you can do double jump within it. There we go, half of them. How many notes do we have? Oh shit, 76. Notes in the pause menu, that does show your notes in the world, I believe. Because I don't think you spend notes when you open note doors. It's just reacting to the number you have. Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's go this way. Oh, I forgot about this too. Oh, I didn't completely finish my thought. I kind of did. I got distracted by the fact that I didn't actually 100% Mumbo's Mountain. But I mentioned that the Mumbo tokens aren't tracked at all by the game. It tells you how many you currently have, but you have no way of knowing how many you've gotten in each level or how many total, unless you just remember how much you've spent, which currently is 5. What's in there? Just eggs. Waste of life. It's very mean, but a waste of my health, rather. There's a Mumbo token down this way. The mines explode when they touch you, obviously. They do just 1 damage. There are some things later that deal multiple hits. Deal multiple units of damage with each hit. Most things don't, though. Usually it's just 1-to-1. Are we full? No, we're down 2. Might as well take it. The Xbox Live Arcade version doesn't blur when you pause, by the way. Which I think in this version, it's a practical thing, so it can load the other stuff. Maybe not, maybe it's just an aesthetic thing. Either way, I assume they figured it would look weird when the game's running in HD, and so it doesn't. Although, this game is currently running in HD, so I don't know. It is 30 FPS though, which most N64 games are, so that's not a surprise. But it still threw me off in editing, because every game I've done so far has been 60 FPS, I think, including Metroid Other M. This one, there is a Jiggy at the bottom, if I remember correctly. Oh, yeah. R is also good for turning sharply underwater, just like while flying. They feel very similar. There we go. A few things we can do. One is down here. We haven't been over here. No, there's just a Jiggy. Yeah, I already don't remember this world as well as the first one. Even though I've probably played this world the same number of times as Mumbo's Mountain, but it is notably more complex. I couldn't decide whether to say complex or complicated, so I said complex, which is that really a different word? It's always weird when, and there's a word for it, but I don't remember, when, like, adjectives become nouns and the pronunciation changes. Usually I run on the actual sides, but it is funnier to just sort of bash my head into them as I'm going up. 91. Oh, be careful. Oh, actually, here's a great opportunity to show this. Because I can just fall right here. If I jump from this height, I will take fall damage. And fall damage scales according to the distance. You can die instantly with fall damage. But if you ground pound and then move off, you will not take fall damage. Once you hit the ground in the ground pound, you're invincible from damage until you land. So it's very useful. I think there's a token. No, it doesn't look like it. I thought there was a token around the other side of that thing, but nah. Okay, we have to be careful in this area. It's a big open water area where you're very likely to run into Snacker. So just take your time, and each time you land, let him disappear before you get back in the water. I love the way he just vanishes. Snacker's sort of a earlier version, that was cool, of the fish from Jak and Daxter. Obviously not the same developers, but it's a similar concept. In the first Jak and Daxter game, when you're in water, I think it's only when you get past a certain distance, there'll be a fish that chases you, and eventually he will eat you. And that's the way the game keeps you from getting too far. Okay, just one more ginger left. That's how the game keeps you from getting out of bounds. That is sort of the edge of the world, is the area where you'll get bit. Oh, he was moving faster when he loaded. That looked weird. Yeah, there we go. This be Gruntilda's booty. Touch it if you dare. That golden treasure was for me. Now harder still the game will be. Unlike Mario 64, you cannot ground pound at the bottom of a fall to reduce fall damage. The ground pound trick that I showed is the replacement for that. Although I don't think it's on purpose. I think it's just an oversight. Also, I think everything we have left is up here. So I'm gonna try to remember in the future. 9181? Is that an accurate total for what's before the top part? If so, then this world will not even take up this one video, let alone two. I did say I thought it might be faster, but I doubted myself in editing, and now... Lots of eggs, but we don't need eggs. You can only hold a maximum of 50 feathers at the start and 100 eggs. Ignore the fact that I said at the start. Just ignore that. Here we go, last Jinjo. Oh. I think I'm missing the other empty honeycomb, and I don't remember where it is. Ooh, maybe I do. Yeah, I think I do. But I believe there's nothing else for us down on this level, so now we want to just head up. Might as well do the Talon Trot for fun. It does feel way nicer than walking with Banjo. 5 more. There's a witch switch here. Oh, witch switch. The witch switch for this level is here. And it shoots Jiggy out of that cannon, which is cool. Let's break open the door. It's very easy to not know what to do there, because this is like the first door you do that for, I think. No, I do not remember where the empty honeycomb is. All 100 notes in this world. Well done. And all 10 Jiggies. So now all we're missing is that honeycomb piece. Oh, I know where it is. I know where it is. I wish I could fly. Ow. I could show what happens when you die, but there's not really much need for that. Let's just do this. Oh, it doesn't work when you land on a slope. Ugh. I'm doing great right now. But it's over this way, near where we got the Jiggy from the treasure chest. He has a name. Basically everything in this game has a name, but I don't remember. It's like straight this way from Shark Food Island. Well, like this way, I guess. This is also the last thing I got the last time I played this game. And you can't see it until you get fairly close. I swear it's out here. What the hell, though? I might be wrong. It might be over that way. Might fast forward through this. Dunno. We'll see how long it takes to find it. Flying around is definitely the better thing to do for that, so... Here it is. God, it's so annoying that it doesn't load until you get close. That's something that's really improved in the Xbox versions. The draw distance is way better. There we go. Let me make sure this time before I leave. Yeah, 100%. Only took 25 minutes, actually, so... My timer says 28, but I guess that's because it took a couple minutes to get to the world. But yeah, that was actually faster than the first world. Like I thought and then doubted. So, yeah, I guess... But I'm not gonna get all of the notes in the third world, so... I also don't remember actually what world is next. I think there's 2 you can go to. I have a note, so I'll check. But wow, your best note score for this world is now 100. Whoa! Oh no, what am I doing? It's over here. Might as well get some lives though. Health. God damn it! They're not the same thing. I do that a lot. I have mentioned that before actually. So I think I did it in Mega Man. No, that wouldn't. Yeah, I think I did do it in Mega Man. Also, I thought this was over there, but it shoots from over there. It's right here. I'm all scatterbrained right now. But I'm having fun. I love Banjo-Kazooie. And this game shouldn't be some huge barrier to me finishing it, whereas I've really been struggling in TKC2. We can go in there, but I don't think we can actually do anything. I believe we have to press through here to do anything else. When I'm nice and slim once more. Burgers, fries, and chips galore. But then you won't stay thin, bruh. Ooh, I love this room with her stupid T-posing statue. There we go. The fucking gruntling. So I'm just checking the worlds. Yes, I know what's next. It's very easy to go out of order, and it doesn't matter. I just want to go in order. This is oh, it's not a note door. We can just go that way. There's a note door on the other side, but I don't think we can do anything there. Talk to Brentilda, though. What you got for me, girl? My lazy sister often sleeps on a pile of treasure, the dirty hag. The only thing she's ever won was the sweatiest socks competition at witch school. She often boasts of appearing on the cover of Fat Hag Monthly, posing in her long johns. Ooh, you poor dears, your energy is low. Let me fill it up for you. That's better. Yeah, she'll also heal you, just like Bottles does. There might be another enemy. God damn it. There might be another NPC that does that. I'm not used to games with NPCs, apparently. Something enemy. Everyone's my enemy. It reminds me of a scene from Gundam The Origin that my girlfriend really likes to quote, or think about at least. She mentions it a lot. Oh, I love Gundam. I should mention that scene before I move on, but I do have more to say about Gundam in general. The scene is... So Gundam The Origin takes place before the original Mobile Suit Gundam series. Starts, like, 15 years before. No, it's... I don't remember what year it takes place. It starts when Char is 10, I believe. Maybe 8. Hey, keep your feet out. You can't use us until you've spoken to Bottles. But Char is in... I don't necessarily want to spoil. He's looking at enemies, and what he says is, they're everyone's enemies, even Mother's. It's not really that interesting of a thing, it's just a thing that we talk about. It's a great series. I really highly recommend it. My fat old sister's favorite sport is loogie flicking. Gross. Although she's dim, she attended Cauldron College. You won't believe that Gruntilda's party trick is eating a bucket of beans. I mean, that's not really a party trick. That's just gross. I don't really like beans. It actually depends. For a long time, I said I didn't like beans. And as a child, I didn't really like beans, but as an adult, I've realized that I do like black beans. And I even like some refried beans, which I used to hate. Tootie says she's fine with me. If you go home, I'll set her free. There's no notes in Grunty's lair, by the way. It's just... there's just jiggies. There's not any, There's no empty honeycombs either. Ooh, that was weird, that angle and walking. Also, I'm wrong. I guess we do go back. I don't remember how we unlock this world. I don't remember where the portrait is. Oh, it's back, because there's a shock jump pad. Right, right. This hub world is great, and it's not, like... It's not annoying, but it's still... you have to think a little bit. And I guess I'm not used to that. I'm not used to thinking, like, non-linearly. So you can give us a tutorial, right? Yeah. If you want to place all your pieces into the picture, just press Z. Yeah, it's way easier to do that. We've now unlocked Clanker's Cavern, which I'm probably just gonna like enter and briefly look around. We've already talked to that Brentilda. I don't remember how many different locations she has. It's quite a number of them. And like I said, what she says is actually important. No, it's the top. This just leads to the cauldron. God, I'm so forgetful. But with Gundam, as I've said, I'm a huge Gundam fan. I love almost every single thing from the franchise. There are a couple things I don't love. One of them is MS Igloo. I don't really much like MS Igloo. It's a OVA series. It's not terrible, but I just don't really like it that much. The most value I think it provides is a little bit extra. Oh, we already raised these, so that didn't do anything else. It's weird that it goes back down. The best thing that it provides is just a little extra context to the one-year war. And for that, I think it is worth watching. I just don't really find the characters interesting, and I don't really like the way it looks. I'm not a big fan of that specific CG art style. There's a few other things I don't love. I don't love the ONAs for Twilight Axis. The original Twilight Axis ONA series. Like, they're okay, they're not bad. I just think they're a little weird and don't, like... It does not really feel like one coherent story. And so I was actually surprised with the movie that it compresses it into a short film very effectively. And I think it really works. So I love the movie, Red Trace. Grunty wears a flea circus under that repulsive dress of hers. She's also got this nasty pet dog whose name is... What did she say? Big Snacka? My sister sings in her own band, Grunty and the Cauldron Crew. They're awful. What did she say? What was the name of the dog? Big Knacka. Like big knackers, like what I was talking about earlier? Dunno. There's a couple other things in Gundam I don't love. I'm trying to remember. Is there another world in here? I think so. Or a world we unlock here? Yeah, there's nothing in the water. There's a couple other Gundam things I don't love. I don't love Gundam Hathaway. I like it. It's interesting. I'm excited to see more from the sequels, but I don't already love it. I've already unlocked Bubble Gloop Swamp. Nice. I forgot the name of the world is right there. I was waiting for it to appear for Clanker's Cavern, but that's a little weird, actually. But I was actually really behind on Witch from Mercury, which is the most recent main Gundam TV show, the 15th one. My girlfriend and I watched the entire first season, episode by episode as they came out, which I tend to not be great at following a new thing like that. I much prefer just binging a series. But when season 2 started, we were busy with other stuff, and so didn't get around to it for a while. Grunty's plan is rather cunning. When I'm thin, guys will come running. Sure. Actually, this time when I close the game, I want to show that cutscene, because she's not wrong. But we just finally got around to watching season 2 of Witch from Mercury just 2 weeks ago. Just the one new move to find this time, but it's hidden well, by the way. Oh, you can jump up there, if I remember correctly. I'm gonna avoid getting any notes, or at least I'm not gonna care too much about the notes, because I'm only recording this one video, so I'm not gonna be saving the notes I get here anyway. I'm just gonna try to accomplish something briefly here. These guys, just do that. Use the rat-a-tat rap and they'll go down. This is the first real world that can be difficult. Lucky you, I'm an invulnerability feather. Bottles will tell you more. No, that's it. Okay. This is really just for a token and some notes. Okay. I guess that's it. Oh, there's a Jinjo too. I didn't even see him. The main part of the world is down through that hole. And I will just briefly show you something. And then we'll end the episode. I'll return to the title screen. I'll end my file, close my file, whatever, and you'll see. Bzz. I am Clanker, witch's garbage grinder. Clanker not like dirty water. Want fresh air. Look at this dude. Big metal shark. I love him. I like him a lot more than Metal Shark Player in Mega Man. But yeah, we will see more of him later. Obviously, the level's named after him. He's the whole point. And it does look like we're going to be doing a level per video, at least for now. The later worlds do take a lot longer to get through, though. I love this weird, like, transparency thing going on with the wings, where you can see through the water. It looks very strange. It looked like I missed something up here. I didn't go right. What's over here? Ow, shit. It's fine, it doesn't matter. All I'm gonna lose is the notes in the Jinjo. But I swear there's nothing over here, but I wanna see. Yeah, it's just another way to get over here. Okay, let's go. I love when he like just barely starts to make a sound like that. We gotta go all the way around to exit. Well, I can just close from in here. So, save and quit. Are you sure? It doesn't give you like a prompt or anything, but A is sure. Oh! I have never sat here. Yes. A is yes. And I love every time you close the game, you get the game over scene, basically. Banjo's game ends in my tower. Turn it up, I need full power. Yes, your grunty ship transformation soon be complete. Help me, Banjo, I feel all funny. Baron Bird finished, Grunty wins. And yeah, she wasn't exactly wrong. She's kind of weirdly hot. Look at Grunty, she's a beauty. I'm much prettier than Tootie. God, oh you are, mistress. Grunty nice, come back to Mumbo's skull, yes? Banjo, your sister wants a word with you. Now. This is also the screen you get when you run out of lives. I don't exactly know why it gives you the game over screen when you close the game. I guess because you're giving up on the adventure. But, like, this game's a bit long to do it all in one session. It feels kind of insulting. But that's also a rare tradition. And yeah, that'll be it for this video. I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.